Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel where we review anything and everything. And today we are taking a re-look at the Iron Man Mark III Marvel Legends, because I had did a non-unboxing review of this figure and kind of spoke on it, but I recently bought this figure, another one for my son. And so for that reason, since he obviously was going to play with it and have it open, I wanted to kind of take a re-look at this since it is open. So don't mind that it's a repeat. If you guys are not into that, that's fine. You don't have to take a look at it. For those who are just coming for the first time, enjoy. So this is Iron Man from, obviously, when it says Marvel Studios, it means it's from the MCU. This is the Iron Man Mark III. First, we're just going to take a look at the box really quick. This is like that kind of repackaging box type of setup. And here goes the words here. You can pause that and read it for yourself while it's on screen. I'm going to remove it off screen so I can read it easier. Tony Stark takes on the world's worst villains in the Mark III suit, a technological wonder equipped with a variety of stunning enhancements and upgrades. So this one was the suit that was in Iron Man 1. Later on, it gets replaced in Iron Man 2. And that was the last time you see it. But in Iron Man 1, you have the Mark 1, which is the big, bulky, his first gray suit that looked like a tank. Then he had the Mark 2, which is essentially this version, but it was all silver. And it was missing some things. It needed some different types of metal alloys to resist freezing at high temperatures going up into the atmosphere. So then it became the Mark III, which was his final evolution. And the character, when it comes to these Marvel movies, was always about evolving his suit. He'll sometimes go through 2 to 3 suits in one movie, just evolving to the next version. So that was always interesting. I always enjoyed that. But the Mark III, my favorite suits was the Mark III and the Mark 7. And I had the Mark 7. I remember a while back I had the Mark 7 and I was trying to get the Mark III, but the Mark III was expensive in price because it was out of really production, even though it was available on Amazon. Link's gonna be in the description down below for you guys to purchase it on Amazon. But then it became this remake version, which is available, and I loved it. Now there's certain things I think it doesn't come with that the other one did, but nonetheless it's good to be able to get this at a more affordable price. It's running for like $20 at the moment of this video. And even if it goes to the $30 price range, it is still good. So with that being said, he doesn't have those areas anymore where you can like put the blast effects. He does come with 2 blast effects, but those now are just for the boots. So we'll pop those in right now really quickly. And then you can have that effect where the open palm hands double normally as not only blaster positions to go like that, but also in the movies is how he was using the additional thrust to stabilize himself, which was really cool. So here you can have him in this kind of flying pose, lift his head up, and you get that. So that's cool. I am such a fan of, like I said, the Mark III, the Mark 7, just the MCU Iron Man in general, I just think did such a good job of making him look high-tech and mechanical without over the top that I like it probably almost better than I like any of the comic version figures of this. So I just really love that kind of mechanical feel to it. It looks really nice. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. They just gave a kind of white. They didn't give any kind of blue hue with it. I think the older one had like a bluish hue with it, but this is just white for the centerpiece. And then for the eyes, I said it looks nice. These hands right here are not movable. They just peg in exactly like that. They aren't movable. These ones are movable, the fist version. So if you want to have him doing punches, you can, which looks nice. It's a very simple redesign. Sure, like they could have given him some of the other things that the other one had, like the holes for the blast and the blast effects, or even if you didn't give him additional blast effects, even though I think Iron Man is a figure that should always come with 4 blast effects and the holes in his hand. But even if you just had the holes in the hand, he didn't have 4 blast effects, you could at least, you know, still put these in there. But this one, you can't get away with that. It is what it is. You know, sadly, it is what it is. But with that being said, it's still nice to be able to get this figure at a decent price. I just love the way it looks. I'm really a fan. And I feel like these ones are almost like, just the way they're done, in my eyes, they're almost like masterpiece, like little sculpts of like the equivalent of statue that you would put on display. And I get that's what most people use these, you know, have their Marvel Legends for. But I feel something about this, like the MCU Iron Man, specifically the lower number suits, had that realism look to them that just looks so good that they look great for display. Between this one, the Mark 7, and all those other ones in between. Some of the later ones get a little bit too, they don't have that same appeal to them, in my opinion, as far as this kind of like statuesque aspect to them, because the later suits do get a little over the top with CGI, and then replicating that in figure form, they still look nice, but they don't look like, this looks like a mini model to me. I just really love the way it looks. I'm a big fan of the way that it came out. So yes, you guys, I just wanted to show that up close to you guys since I had him unboxed. And you could check out the original view where I'd probably talk a lot more, just talk in detail, but I don't unbox it. It's up to you guys. But anyway, as always, you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.